Black History Month is about celebration and paying homage to all of the achievements and accomplishments of African Americans in every aspect of our lives. It's an annual celebration and an opportunity to honor the African American pioneers who've paved the way for all of us so that we can continue to carry and pass on our gifts to others. We have Carter G. Woodson to thank for his desire to recognize the achievements of Black doctors and lawyers and educators and scientists and the many, many, many entrepreneurs in this country. Black History Month turns 45 this year, and it's more important than ever to see, hear, and listen to the rich stories and accomplishments of those before us. This year's Black History Month theme focuses on the Black family, its representation, identity, and diversity across the country and within our own communities. Representation matters. African American contributions matter. So I hope that as you move into this month, that you are safe and that you are healthy and that you take a moment to discover and learn about all the Black leaders in your area of interest. Stay safe, stay connected, stay inspired.
Now let's talk about making history. Kamala Harris is the first woman of color to serve as vice president, making her the 49th vice president of the United States. She's also a former U.S. Senator representing California, making her the second Black woman and the first South Asian American senator in history.
Thurgood Marshall was a civil rights leader. He was the first African American to serve on the Supreme Court justice. He argued 32 record-breaking cases. One of his popular cases is the Brown versus the Board of Education, which ended racial segregation in public schools.
Ruby Bridges was born on September 8, 1954 in Tylertown, Mississippi. At the age of 6, she became the first African-American child to integrate an all-white Southern elementary school. Ruby's brave act was a milestone in the civil rights movement, and she shares her story with future generations in education forums. She is now an American civil rights activist and author.
Jane Matilda Bolin, also known as Jane Bolin, was born on April 11, 1908. She was the first African-American female judge in the United States. She graduated from Yale Law School in 1913. She was one of the top students in her class. She also became the first African-American woman to earn a law degree from Yale. Jane Bolin served on the family court bench for over 4 decades. She died on January 8, 2007.
Sean King is an American writer, civil rights activist, and a co-founder for Real Justice PAC, a political action committee to help elect prosecutors who support criminal justice reform at the county and city levels. King uses social media to promote social justice causes, including the Black Lives Matter movement, and also speaks out about police brutality. Recently, after fighting for 2 years for his release, King helped raise over $250,000 to buy a new home for Michael Thompson, a man who wrongfully served 25 years in prison for selling weed. Sean King fights for people that can't fight for themselves and gives an audience and a voice to good people that are doing the same.
Ben Carson became director of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital at age 33 and earned fame for his groundbreaking work separating conjoined twins. After retiring from medicine, he made a bid to become the Republican candidate for U.S. President in 2016. He dropped out of the race, eventually earning selection as President Trump's Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Good morning, drillers. Happy Black History Month. My name is Cheyenne Bell. I'm the Assistant Principal of Instruction at Bakersfield High and also a lifelong English teacher. When I was in the classroom, I enjoyed sharing with my students some of the many great literary contributions made by Black Americans. One of my favorite writers of all time is Miss Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou was an award-winning author, a poet. She was also an actress. She starred in many TV shows and movies, and she was also a civil rights activist. She passed away at the age of 86 in 2014. One of her most recognizable works is a poem called Still I Rise, and I think it still resonates today because it captures both the struggles of the past and also the power of resilience. I want to share that poem with you today, and I hope it will inspire you to rise above the rough time that we're all experiencing right now. Here is Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. I hope you enjoy it.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just because I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling and bearing in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, wow. There I go.